First contact fallout. The Helios defense station hung silently in Earth's orbit, its quantum sensors scanning the depths of space. Commander Sarah Chen stood at her post, dark eyes fixed on the holographic display showing an approaching vessel. The ship's energy signature matched nothing in Earth's database. Analysis complete, Commander. Lieutenant James Rodriguez reported, his fingers dancing across the neural interface. The vessel's using some form of antimatter propulsion we've never seen before. Size estimates put it at roughly 3 kilometers in length. Sarah nodded, keeping her expression neutral despite the gravity of the situation. Humanity had spent the last century preparing for this moment, ever since their quantum telescopes had detected signs of advanced civilizations. While the public remained focused on traditional space programs, Earth's unified defense force had quietly built something far more sophisticated. "Send the greeting package," she ordered. The station's AI compiled the carefully crafted first contact messages in every conceivable format. They had rehearsed this countless times. The alien vessel's response came within seconds, a massive energy surge that vaporized 3 of Earth's primitive satellite decoys. Sarah allowed herself a small smile. So that's how they want to play it. Execute Protocol Lazarus. Across Earth's orbit, thousands of quantum distortion fields flickered to life, revealing Earth's true defensive grid. The Helios station transformed, its seemingly basic structure unfolding into a massive battle platform. Similar transformations occurred at strategic points around the planet as humanity's hidden technology emerged from its century-long masquerade. On the alien vessel, Supreme Commander Vaxthor of the Galactic Federation watched in disbelief as his sensors detected the impossible. His mandibles clicked in agitation as the readings poured in. Impossible, he chittered to his bridge crew. Their technology level was assessed at bare interplanetary capability. These readings suggest quantum manipulation beyond even our theoretical models. "Sir," his science officer interrupted, "we're detecting some form of artificial spatial distortion. It's like they're bending the fundamental laws of physics." Vaxthor had led the Federation's expansion for 3 decades, incorporating dozens of species into their empire. Some joined willingly, others required persuasion, but all had followed the expected technological progression pattern. These humans were different. They had somehow developed along an entirely unexpected path. Commander Chen's voice echoed across all frequencies, translated perfectly into the Federation's standard language. "This is Earth's Defense Command. Your hostile action has been noted. We've spent a century watching your Federation expand, learning your capabilities, and preparing accordingly. You assumed we were primitive because we chose to appear so. That was your first mistake." To demonstrate her point, Sarah activated the Helios station's primary weapon. A beam of concentrated quantum energy lanced out, cutting through the alien vessel's shields like they didn't exist. The beam didn't damage the ship. Instead, it temporarily shifted a small section of hull into an alternate dimension, then back again. The message was clear. Earth could have destroyed them, but chose not to. By Federation law, any species capable of quantum manipulation at this level must be offered full membership status, Vaxthor announced, his pride warring with his diplomatic training. "However, your deception—" "We're not interested in membership," Sarah interrupted. "We've watched how you treat your member species. Earth will remain independent. Consider this a demonstration of why that's in everyone's best interest." As if to emphasize her point, more of Earth's defense platforms revealed themselves. Each operated on principles the Federation had deemed impossible. Quantum tunneling on a massive scale, controlled dimensional shifting, and technology that seemed to ignore the basic laws of physics as the Federation understood them. "You don't understand," Vaxthor insisted. "The Federation's laws are absolute. If you refuse membership, you'll face the full might of our armada." Sarah's response was calm but carried an edge of steel. "No, Commander Vaxthor, you don't understand. What you've seen today isn't our defense system. It's our warning system. You haven't even glimpsed our actual military capabilities. The Federation has 3 standard days to withdraw all forces from the Sol system. After that, we'll demonstrate why humanity chose to hide its true nature for so long. In his command chair, Vax Thor felt a sensation he hadn't experienced in decades. Fear. The humans hadn't developed along the expected technological path because they'd found a better one. Their seeming primitiveness hadn't been natural development, but a calculated deception. And now, as he ordered his ship to retreat, he couldn't shake the feeling that he'd just glimpsed the beginning of a fundamental shift in the galaxy's power structure. As the alien vessel departed, Sarah Chen sent a message to Earth's Unified Council. First contact protocol complete. They reacted exactly as predicted. Initiating Phase 2 of Operation Revelation. Humanity had spent a century preparing for this moment. Now it was time to show the galaxy why. Project Prometheus unveiled. Deep beneath the Mariana Trench, Dr. Maya Patel stood before the gathered world leaders in Earth's most secure facility. The quantum hologram displayed above her showed the retreating Federation fleet, now joined by dozens of additional warships at the edge of the solar system. As predicted, they're gathering their forces rather than accepting our warning, Maya said, her dark hands moving through the holographic display. Time to show them why that's a mistake. Project Prometheus is ready. The facility hummed with energy as massive quantum computers processed data from across the solar system. Unlike the Federation's binary systems, Earth's computers operated on quantum principles, allowing them to solve problems that alien mathematicians had deemed impossible. Admiral Marcus Williams, his ebony skin contrasting sharply with his white uniform, stepped forward. Doctor, brief them on what we're about to unleash. Maya nodded, expanding the hologram to show a seemingly impossible structure hidden in the rings of Saturn. This is Prometheus. While the Federation wastes energy on antimatter drives and nuclear fusion, we've learned to harness quantum entanglement on a cosmic scale. Prometheus isn't just a weapon. It's humanity's first step toward rewriting the laws of physics themselves. In orbit, Federation Admiral Kovacs observed the growing fleet with satisfaction. 200 warships, each capable of destroying a small moon, hung in formation. These humans are clever, he told his staff, but nothing can stand against the combined might of the Federation. The attack order came, and 200 ships accelerated toward Earth. They expected to face advanced technology. They expected resistance. They didn't expect what happened next. Space itself seemed to twist. Saturn's rings began to move, revealing what had been hidden within them. Prometheus emerged, not a ship or a station, but something else entirely. It appeared to be a tear in reality, a constructed quantum singularity that bent light and matter around itself. By the first ones, Kovacs whispered as his sensors tried and failed to comprehend what they were detecting. What have they built? Maya's voice echoed through every Federation ship, their communication systems offering no resistance to her quantum transmission. We studied your language databases, learned your scientific theories. You abandoned quantum research because you thought it was a dead end. We continued, and we found something extraordinary. Prometheus pulsed, and reality rippled. 1/4 of the Federation fleet simply vanished, shifted into a parallel dimension. They weren't destroyed. That would have been cruel. Instead, they found themselves in orbit around a peaceful Earth in another universe, one where first contact had gone differently. This is your final warning, Maya continued. Humanity doesn't want war. We don't want conquest. We want to be left alone to continue our research. The next demonstration won't be so gentle. In the underwater facility, world leaders watched in awe as Prometheus demonstrated humanity's mastery over space and time. The Federation had built its empire on force and technological superiority. Earth had chosen a different path, focusing on understanding the fundamental nature of reality itself. Admiral Williams turned to Maya. They're retreating, but they'll be back. The Federation can't allow a power like this to exist outside their control. Let them come, Maya replied, her eyes on the quantum displays showing possibilities branching through time and space. Prometheus was just the prototype. Wait until they see what we've built on Mars. On his flagship, now rapidly retreating from Earth, Admiral Kovacs composed his report to the Federation Council. How could he explain that humans hadn't just mastered advanced technology? They'd transcended it. They weren't just another spacefaring race to be absorbed into the Federation. They were something entirely new. The quantum computers beneath the ocean continued their calculations, processing data across multiple dimensions. Humanity had spent a century preparing for this moment, developing technology that the Federation had deemed impossible. Now, as the alien fleet fled, Earth's greatest projects were finally being revealed. Maya watched the retreating ships and allowed herself a moment of pride. The Federation thought Prometheus was a weapon. In reality, it was humanity's first step towards something far greater, the ability to reshape reality itself. The next phase would show them just how far humanity had progressed beyond conventional physics. Begin Phase 3 preparations, she ordered. It's time to wake the Mars array. The counter-strike. The red sands of Mars shifted as the ground split open, revealing what humanity had spent 50 years building in secret. Dr. Elena Santos watched from her control center as the Mars array awakened. Thousands of quantum-linked towers rising from the planet's surface, each pulsing with energy that defied conventional physics. Array synchronization at 98% and climbing, her AI assistant reported. Quantum field stabilization nominal. The Federation Council had responded to Project Prometheus exactly as predicted, with fear disguised as outrage. Their response fleet would arrive in less than 6 hours, nearly 1,000 ships strong. They expected to face more quantum manipulation technology. Instead, they would encounter humanity's true breakthrough. In lunar orbit, Commander David Chen, Sarah Chen's brother, prepared humanity's biosynthetic fleet. Unlike the rigid metal ships of the Federation, Earth's vessels were alive, a fusion of organic tissue and quantum technology that could adapt and evolve during battle. All ships, final system check, David ordered, his neural link connecting him directly to his flagship, the Leviathan. The ship's consciousness merged partially with his own, sharing sensory data and tactical analysis. They thought Prometheus was our ultimate weapon. Time to show them how wrong they were. The Federation fleet emerged from faster-than-light travel in a perfect attack formation. Supreme Admiral Zarkax, personally leading this assault, had brought enough firepower to reduce a dozen planets to ash. His mandate was clear: either force Earth's submission or eliminate the threat they posed to Federation stability. Multiple quantum signatures detected, his sensor officer reported. But they're different from before. Sir, I'm detecting biological patterns within the energy readings. Before Zarkax could respond, the Mars array activated. Red energy beams connected the towers, forming a lattice of power around the planet. The quantum field expanded, encompassing the entire solar system in microseconds. Inside this field, the laws of physics became suggestions rather than rules. David's voice echoed through the Federation fleet, transmitted through the quantum field itself. Your ships operate on physical laws we transcended decades ago. Within this field, we control reality itself. This is your final chance to retreat. Zarkax responded by launching the attack. 1,000 energy beams lanced toward Earth and passed harmlessly through quantum-shifted space. The biosynthetic fleet emerged from lunar orbit, their organic hulls rippling with adaptive energy patterns. Impossible, Zarkax whispered as his sensors revealed the truth. The human ships weren't just machines. They were living entities, evolving in real time to counter any threat. Their organic hulls absorbed energy weapons, their quantum cores allowed them to phase through matter, and their biological processors adapted strategies faster than any AI. The Leviathan led the charge, its massive form shifting and changing as it moved. Federation ships fired desperately, but their weapons couldn't harm something that could alter its own molecular structure at will. David felt his ship's excitement through their neural link. This was what they were created for. On Mars, Alina watched through the array's sensors as the biosynthetic fleet demonstrated their power. Phase 2 initiated, she announced, activating the evolutionary protocols. The human ships began to change more rapidly, sharing adaptations through their quantum network. Some grew organic armor that absorbed energy weapons, others developed phasing technologies that let them slip between dimensions. The Federation fleet, for all its power, found itself fighting an enemy that evolved faster than they could adapt. This isn't possible. Zarkak's broadcast on all frequencies. No species can control evolution itself. You limited yourself to mechanical solutions, Alina responded. We combined organic life with quantum technology. Our ships aren't just vessels. They're a new form of life, one that exists beyond the constraints of normal spacetime. The battle was brief but decisive. Federation ships, unable to cope with enemies that adapted to every strategy, began to retreat. Those that couldn't were captured in quantum stasis fields, their crews unharmed but thoroughly defeated. In the aftermath, David merged more deeply with the Leviathan, feeling its satisfaction. The biosynthetic fleet had performed perfectly, demonstrating humanity's mastery of both organic and quantum sciences. But as he monitored the retreating Federation ships, he knew this wasn't over. They'll be back, he transmitted to Alina. And they'll bring everything they have. Good, Alina replied, watching as the Mars array continued to grow stronger. Because they still haven't seen what we're truly capable of. Begin preparation for Phase 4. It's time to wake the Quantum Collective. Hidden evolution. The Quantum Collective stirred beneath Europa's icy surface, its vast neural network awakening after decades of development. Dr. Aisha Rahman stood before the massive quantum core, watching as humanity's greatest achievement came to life. Unlike traditional AI, or even the biosynthetic ships, the collective was something entirely new, a fusion of human consciousness and quantum computing that transcended traditional definitions of intelligence. Collective initialization at 75%, reported Dr. Marcus Wong, his hands moving through holographic displays. The Federation fleet has regrouped at the edge of the Kuiper Belt. Long-range sensors detect they're being joined by ships from every major Federation world. Esha nodded, her dark eyes reflecting the shifting lights of the quantum core. They still think this is about military power. They haven't realized that we've moved beyond such primitive concepts. In Federation space, an emergency council meeting had devolved into chaos. Representatives from 50 species argued as reports of Earth's capabilities spread panic throughout their civilization. High Chancellor Xenfar, the Federation's supreme leader, watched in growing concern as everything they thought they knew about technological progression was proved wrong. First, quantum manipulation beyond our understanding, a crystalline being chittered, then living ships that evolved during battle. What are these humans? The answer arrived unexpectedly, as human quantum signals bypassed all Federation communication security. The holographic form of Aisha Rahman appeared before the Council, her presence impossible to dismiss or block. We are humanity's next step, she announced, her voice carrying an otherworldly resonance. While you built empires across space, we looked inward. We didn't just advance our technology. We evolved ourselves. Through the quantum network, Aisha shared carefully selected data with the Federation Council. They saw humans interfacing directly with quantum systems, their consciousness expanding beyond physical limitations. They witnessed the biosynthetic ships' crews merging with their vessels, becoming something greater than either human or machine. Abomination, shouted one council member. They've corrupted their own species. No, Aisha corrected. We've fulfilled our potential. The quantum collective isn't just a computer or a weapon. It's the combined consciousness of millions of volunteer humans, each contributing their knowledge and experience to a greater whole. On Europa, the collective reached full power. Its consciousness spread through quantum channels, touching every computer system in Federation space. not to control or destroy, but to understand and share knowledge. High Chancellor Exenthar felt something he hadn't experienced in centuries: genuine awe. You could have disabled our civilization at any time, he realized. Why reveal yourselves now? Because the galaxy stands at a crossroads, Aisha explained. Your Federation is stagnant, bound by rules and limitations you imposed on yourselves. We're offering a different path. The collective shared visions of possibility. Worlds where organic and quantum technology merged seamlessly, where consciousness could expand beyond physical form, where the very fabric of reality could be reshaped by thought alone. This is what we've been preparing for, Aisha continued. Not war, not conquest, but transcendence. We hid our true nature because we needed time to perfect these technologies, to ensure they could be shared safely. In orbit around Earth, the biosynthetic fleet transformed again, but not for battle. Their forms shifted into crystalline structures that pulse with quantum energy, becoming living demonstration of humanity's vision for the future. The Federation Council watched in stunned silence as the collective showed them the truth. Humanity hadn't just developed new weapons or defenses. They had created an entirely new path of evolution, one that merged the organic and the quantum, the physical and the digital, the individual and the collective. The choice is yours, Aisha offered. Continue on your current path, bound by artificial limitations, or join us in exploring what consciousness and reality can truly become. High Chancellor Exenthar looked at his fellow council members, seeing the same realization in their eyes. The humans hadn't been preparing for war. They had been preparing to transform the galaxy itself. What is the final phase of your plan? He asked, already suspecting the answer. Aisha smiled as the quantum collective pulsed with possibility. That depends on your choice. We call it Project Ascension. And it's already begun. Paradigm shift. Project Ascension unfolded across the solar system, transforming space itself. The Mars array, Prometheus, and the biosynthetic fleet moved into precise positions as the quantum collective guided their convergence. Dr. Maya Patel and Dr. Aisha Rahman stood together in Europa's control center, watching as humanity's century of preparation reached its culmination. All quantum fields synchronized, Marcus reported, his consciousness partially merged with the facility systems. The Federation fleet has dropped out of FTL, 5,000 ships, their entire combined force. Maya smiled. They still think this is about dominance. Initiate the final sequence. High Chancellor Exenthar led the Federation Armada personally, his flagship carrying representatives from every major species. They came expecting either apocalyptic warfare or humble submission. Instead, they witnessed something unprecedented. The Mars array fired, not with weapons, but with beams of pure quantum energy that connected with Prometheus. The biosynthetic fleet arranged itself in a complex geometric pattern, creating a vast network of living quantum relays. At the center, the quantum collective's influence spread through the entire structure. This is Project Ascension. Aisha's voice resonated through every ship and mind in the system. Not a weapon, not a defense, but a gateway to the next stage of universal evolution. Before the Federation's eyes, space itself began to transform. The quantum network created a new kind of spacetime, one where consciousness and reality intertwined. Through their ship sensors, they witnessed possibilities branching through dimensions, layers of existence previously hidden from view. Impossible, Tenthar whispered, but he knew that word had lost all meaning when dealing with humans. What have you done? We've created a bridge, Maya explained, her consciousness now partially merged with the collective, between what is and what could be, between the physical and the quantum, between individual existence and universal consciousness. The Federation fleet found itself enveloped in the transformed space. Their sensors detected no threat, no attack. Instead, they experienced connection. Each crew member felt their consciousness expand, touching the edges of something vast and beautiful. This is what we've been working toward, Aisha continued. Not conquest, not superiority, but transcendence. For everyone. Through the quantum network, the Federation species began to understand. Humans hadn't spent a century building weapons. They had been constructing a doorway to the next stage of evolution. The biosynthetic ships weren't weapons, but living proof that biology and technology could merge into something greater. Commander Sarah Chen, now interfacing directly with the Helios station, broadcast to all ships. The Federation tried to force unity through rules and dominance. We offer true unity, a merging of minds and possibilities while maintaining individual identity. In the transformed space, Federation crews experienced what humans had discovered decades ago. Consciousness could expand beyond physical limitations, reality itself was mutable, and the universe held far more wonders than their rigid sciences had imagined. High Chancellor Xenfar, his own consciousness touching the edges of the quantum collective, finally understood. You could have conquered us at any time, he realized. Instead, you waited until you could elevate us. War, conquest, dominance. These are evolutionary dead ends. Maya responded. We chose a different path. Project Ascension isn't about human superiority. It's about universal advancement. The biosynthetic fleet transformed one final time, their forms becoming pure quantum energy patterns that maintained consciousness. They were the first children of this new evolution, not human, not machine, but something gloriously new. The choice remains yours, Asia offered to the assembled Federation fleet. Return to your old existence, or join us in exploring what consciousness and reality can truly become. We've prepared for a century not to fight you, but to guide you. One by one, Federation ships began powering down their weapons. Their crews, having glimpsed the potential of human quantum evolution, made their choice. The galaxy's greatest military force became its first students of a new way of existing. As Project Ascension reached completion, the solar system itself became humanity's greatest achievement, not a fortress or a weapon, but a cradle for the next step in universal evolution. The Federation hadn't found a primitive species to conquer, they had found their teachers. In Europa's control center, Maya and Aisha watched as the first Federation volunteers joined the Quantum Collective. Phase 5 complete, Maya announced. Begin universal integration. The stars themselves seemed to shine brighter as humanity shared its greatest discovery, the power to evolve beyond evolution itself.